What's going on, everyone? So today is the final preseason game for the Los Angeles Lakers, and today is the dress rehearsal. Darvin Ham has already came out and said that he is going to play all of the core guys through at least the first three quarters. So my guess is the fourth quarter is when you'll see, all of the just G League guys all over again, and maybe even see Louis Keene, right? Let's see if this guy that they signed, this forward, which I still kind of lean towards an Exhibit 10. I don't know if they've updated that. Made a video diving into that and talking about that, and there was no actual definitive answer at that time. There may be by now, the time you're watching this video, but regardless, today is this is it. This is where you go in. You start putting the pieces in order to get ready to finalize this puzzle. Start hashing out different lineups, different looks, different sets, things that you're going to look at throughout the course of the regular season. Who is your starting five? Right? Who are the guys you're going to go with? What's your next wave of unit? Right? Are you just basically doing the whole hockey line change? Or, you taking out AD, you taking out this guy and putting these two guys in and then taking out this guy later. Now's the time that you usually see teams start getting what they're expecting day one. And look, Lakers are going to have a real test, right? They have a real task on their hand. They're facing the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. Phoenix is going to want to light the Lakers up. That they're going to want to basically be the talk of the town while they're here. All of that. It's not going to be an easy game, right? But that's good. It'll give us a little glimpse, a little sneak peek, kind of give us a nice little idea of where we're at, right? It's not the be all end all. Even if the Lakers win, right? The Lakers have done a really good job of winning the minutes that the actual rotation guys are in, especially the starters. And that's what's important, right? I don't care that the Lakers lost because the G League team got put in 5 minutes left in the third quarter and got to play an entire quarter and a half. I don't care about that loss. I care about seeing how are our starters, how are the rotation guys, how are the bench guys, how are the 10, 11 guys that Darvin Ham is actually going to run. And I'm loving what we're seeing, and we're going to have to continue that against Phoenix. Right? I mean, teams have been coming after the Lakers all preseason. I mean, seriously. Teams are really trying to beat the Lakers. But to be fair, I feel like preseason's been like that just kind of in general this year. Preseason's been a lot of fun. That Warriors-Kings game, if you didn't see that game, that might be the best preseason game that there's ever been. Those two teams were trying to beat each other. They were taking that as real and serious as possible. And I wouldn't be shocked if Phoenix and the Lakers, it's the same thing. I wouldn't be shocked if both teams are trying to give it to the other team. Trying to really just lay it in, right? And this is good for the Lakers because they're gonna have their hands full with some firepower, and that's good because the Lakers' first game of the season is against Denver, who's the defending NBA champions, who are talking all that talk, who are gonna be on ring ceremony, and the Lakers are gonna want to silence that. Lakers are gonna want to spoil that night, so they need to start. Okay, let's really buckle down and get into it. I'm not saying the Lakers need to go out and exhaust themselves or that LeBron needs to go score 40 or anything like that. But you want them to start taking defense a little more serious, right? Swinging the ball. What sets are we looking at? What kind of offense schemes are we running here? What does the rotation look like? Are we always keeping a LeBron Reeves or D'Lo on the court, or even a LeBron and AD, right? What are all the things that we can expect over the course of the regular season? Let's start building some chemistry. Let's start, working on some of the habits that we're going to want to have and carry in to that Denver game. What are some of the things that we need to work on and practice going into this game against Phoenix, so we have it hashed out and ready to go for Denver? Because Denver's the game that really matters. And I mean, obviously, we want to stick it to them, but it really matters because it's the first game of the season. And the Lakers haven't won an opening night game in like 5 years or whatever it's been. 4 years, something like that. Right? And all of the noise all the time. Like, the Lakers could really use a nice head start this season. I'm not worried about the Lakers finishing 2-10 or whatever this year, but you definitely want to see the Lakers come out with some fire, come out with some tenacity this game, take it serious, right? Again, they've looked good against the Warriors, they've looked good against the Kings, they've looked good against the Nets, they've looked good against everybody, in my opinion. They're winning the minutes, and they're winning the portions of the game where the actual key players are in, and that's what you want to see, right? Like, what more could you ask for? I know some people, they love the box score, they love to see the end result, all that stuff, but like, I don't feel like they put in perspective that like it's preseason. Like everybody is 0-0 come, 24th or whatever. So it's not like losing preseason games, now all of a sudden, you're deducted points or whatever. Like it has zero impact on anything the Lakers do during the regular season. All preseason is a way for players to build and work on a sweat, get their game legs under them, right? Start laying the foundation that you're going to use to build your house throughout the course of the regular season. What are the things that you need to work on? What are your flaws? What are your liabilities that you can start course correcting and get ready to go through a long, grueling regular season and have that all hashed out and worked out come playoffs? Sometimes it's something that can be fixed. Sometimes it's something where it's like you're going to need another piece or two to make it happen. Right? Like whatever it is. That's what preseason is about. Figuring those things out. Coming to that conclusion. Having that understanding when it's all said and done. And look, again, I'm pumped. I think this is going to be a nice look, a nice test, a nice little idea of what to expect from the Lakers this year. Again, like, it's not, don't take it as like the be all end all, right? The Lakers could be up 30 when they decide to put their G League team in. I don't care, right? Same thing as if the Lakers are down 30. It's not going to tell us everything that we need to know. But at the same time, in the same breath, there are habits and things that do translate. And there are things that you don't want to kind of set a precedent for, right? Like, talked about the Warriors and the Kings, right? Like, those two teams were trying to win every single preseason game. Kings didn't really have much success in that, but we saw them against the Lakers, saw them against the Warriors. We've seen them against pretty much every one of these teams, playing guys late, playing keys guys in key moments and key minutes and stuff down the stretch, all of it, right? Because to Sacramento, it means something. Sacramento, they're a young team that's hungry, that wants to prove themselves. But at the same time, you have a team like the Warriors. Well, what's the Warriors thing? That they had a very disappointing, underwhelming season last season. They just integrated Chris Paul. They have an incentive, right? They want to work on the things that they need to work on. But I'm excited for the game. I'm excited to kind of give us an idea of what to expect, right? Of again, not everything to expect, but give us a little glimpse. A 1/10 1,000% of like what to expect this season. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you excited for the final preseason game? I can't wait for the regular season. Like, it's so close, you can almost reach out and grab it. Like, it's right here, or less than a week away, and I could not be more pumped, man. This, at least to me, maybe it's because I'm making videos and stuff like that, but man, this offseason has gone by fast. It didn't really feel so much like that when you're in the middle of it, but looking back, I mean, I guess that's how all things work, right? But it just feels like boom. Everything was just a boom, 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 and you'd think it would have dragged on like crazy, especially when the Lakers basically signed everybody the first hour, right? It's like, all right, well, now what do we do? What do we do all off season? It's like, oh, well, luckily it's already over and we're here. So I want to see the Lakers lock in. I want to see them get it done. Again, I don't care so much about the win-losses. I want to see them take this serious. But again, I feel whatever your thoughts are. Let me know down in the comments.